So when I think about why I started Soul Light, I think of this creek that my friends and I used to visit. And there was all kinds of stuff going on in middle school at that time. Some of my friends were starting to self-harm or deal with eating disorders. There was school violence in the news, and everything felt really overwhelming. But when I think about that creek, I think about how it felt like a little sanctuary for us. My friends and I would go down there after school and hang out and make jokes and explore and, just notice all the life that was in the creek. When I think about what I'm really trying to offer with outdoor mentorship, it's that sense that there's a place where we can go and feel a little bit sheltered from the world and all of its overwhelm, and just really drop in with each other, the people that we care about, and the natural elements that are part of our lives.
Sammy's just so amazing. She's a great listener and a great help, and she's just always there. We've really made a community where we can be open about anything. Sammy just makes sure to always keep an open mind when talking to us, which is great.
At the beginning, I wasn't fully clear on who I am. I'm still not fully clear on who I am, but I think it really helped me learn a lot about myself and who I want to be and who I am right now.
It definitely changed my life a lot. Middle school started and that was hard. I started to become more disconnected from myself, and Sammy Group was just the perfect kind of place for us in that time.
I learned how to set boundaries and communicate well with other people. I've definitely learned how to go through struggling times. If you need help or if you're struggling, this can help you.
So when you show up to a Soul Light after school group, the first thing you'll probably do is put your stuff down and get a chance to just take a moment to just shake off the day. Usually we'll have a little bit of time to ourselves, which we call a sit spot or a solo sit, and then we drop in. I usually serve herbal tea. We'll talk a little bit about how our days were. Usually I'll give people a prompt, and we go around the circle and share, and as we share, we really listen to each other. We don't crosstalk, we don't respond, we don't try to fix each other's problems, we just listen.
But then I wasn't feeling my feelings, so I feel like I have all these built up things that I haven't really let myself feel.
I think that recently my mood has just been changing a lot. For me, it's hard to know what I should do to help myself. Another change is that I've kind of been able to start talking about my feelings a little more, which I'm very proud about.
This group is always a constant for me for the past 3 years. That's crazy. That's wild. But this has brought me so much joy and happiness and relief to know that every week I can come here and do this.
We also have camping trips that happen in the fall and in the spring.
When we went to Mendocino, it was really good. The car ride was so fun. We had our playlists and we were listening to really bad 2000 songs and singing, and everything was really green in the hills and it was perfect. And the spot that we went to, it was so cool. It was hilly, and there was an outdoor kitchen and a natural fire, hot tub. We went to the beach. It was just the 4 of us, and we were singing and dancing, and we went to the water and we were screaming things at the water, which was something that I will always remember because it's a really cool moment.
The first time we went to the Russian River, it was one of our first times I think ever being away from our parents and it just being us. Sophie brought a digital camera, and so we have these photos from the first time we went, going down to the river, meeting different new people. It was just really sunny and really beautiful, and it was really fun.
I bring in guest educators who have taught us things about herbalism and fire tending. I do a lot of fire tending practice in my groups because I think it's a really powerful way to learn how to survive in nature, and the students in my groups get really good at fire tending, which is fun to watch.
Sammy's an amazing person and an amazing guide, because she's able to share from her own experience the challenges that she's faced and overcome, and has an amazing network of peers who are also educators who know a lot about things that our daughter and these young people are fascinated to learn about, and things they're not going to learn about at school or in a normal after-school program. You know, how to find food, how to find medicine that may be right under your feet, but you don't recognize it.
I think one of the things that Sammy has brought to them is the confidence, in a sense, to know what to do, like to go and to see and to listen to the trees. Working with fire, working with plants, working with trees and elements is a really powerful way of learning. You know, it's probably the way we should all be learning always, if you ask me. I'm sort of jealous of Sammy Group. I wish I could go to Sammy Group. The very first time we went to Sammy Group, there was kind of a lot of kicking and screaming, like, I don't want to go, who is this going to be, Mom, stuff. And then I dropped them off, I went and walked the dogs, and I came back and it was like, Mom, she's amazing.
I just think it kind of saved her because it got her out of the depression and the anxiety and, you know, just all of the feelings that were beginning to overwhelm her. She was able to find solace, I think, and some comfort being outside and just getting connected to something outside of her head.
I would recommend Sammy Group to anyone who's considering it, and I have to many of my friends.
I would say that the group has definitely changed who I am, like how I treat myself and how I treat others.
They show up and, you know, sometimes it looks like they have a dark rain cloud over their heads. And within, you know, 10 minutes to half an hour of being outside and being with the trees and just like sloughing off the day, I see their faces start to brighten. And by the end of the sessions, oftentimes they're hugging each other and laughing and dancing and talking about how they want to come back to whatever park we've been at.
If you have a preteen, teen, you know, kind of don't walk, run to a program like this, you want to find you a Sammy. If it's not Sammy, find another Sammy. The way that Mia talks about Sammy, I mean, I just can't even, there's just no words to describe what that relationship has meant to her.